To alert you first, this is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sara Knox is joining us now, and there is one thing that appears to be missing from the forecast. Really, there's no snow I'm seeing for the distant future here.
Yeah, it's something odd, but we do have drier air moving in right now, and that dry air doesn't have a lot to bring us when it comes to snowfall. Maybe a few flurries, similar to what we saw yesterday, which was actually a great way to bring in the new year. A few beautiful flurries coming through, but those did go away by the evening and ultimately by this morning. We were watching for the potential for a few slick spots on the road, but generally it was easy going. For many of us going back to work or just heading out to our morning destinations, we did get a little sunshine, and even now we get a little more of that sunshine. That's the evidence of the dry air coming our way. Dry air does mean more sun, but it doesn't mean warmer temperatures. In fact, kind of the opposite here when we get into the winter, because it's also coming in from the much colder northwest. So we're sitting at 21 degrees in Rochester, 25 in Mason City, and I'll admit these numbers pretty close to where they should be for this time of the year. Normally we're around 23, 24 degrees. Mankato a little cooler, still sitting in the teens, and of course you got to factor in the winds, but it is nice to see the wind chills are actually above the 0 mark, because that's just not going to be the case here as we enter into next week. Before we talk about next week though, we've got the rest of today, Thursday and Friday, even the weekend, and over the next 7 hours you can see temperatures are not really expected to climb much more. In fact, they're really going to start going down here as we head later into the day. By the time we lose the sunshine, back into the teens we go, and tonight will be a chilly one. Ultimately, temperature is about where they will top off today. Mason City at that 25, Rochester at 21. A few of us could still warm just a little bit more, as we saw Mankato was sitting in the teens. Owatonna was closer to 20 degrees, so things looking not too bad. And yes, we will start to see a little more of the sunshine over the course of the next hour. That being said, a few more clouds will join in. Partly cloudy, best way to describe how the rest of the day will go. I'm going to zoom things a little further to the south and move as we do. We're keeping an eye on this patch of snow moving through most of Iowa here. It continues to show signs that it is weakening here from the north. I mentioned the dry air coming in. We can see a little band of that here, ultimately pushing it, kind of squishing it away, not allowing it to come our way. And here is where it's coming from. Now I'm going to admit this high pressure, not very strong. So we're still seeing a little snow build in here or there, but it is still coming our way, and it will make more of a difference as we get into our Friday. Sky Tracker 3 will show us that, but first, rest of today. This is around 3 p.m. I think we're going to be a little cloudier than what's showing here, maybe some thinner clouds, but generally more of that sunshine to enjoy. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. A little bit of fog development is possible as we head into our Friday morning, but by the time we get into our Friday afternoon, that sunshine is beaming. So mostly sunny skies expected, but we will be staying cold. It will be a sunny start on Saturday, but the clouds build back in, which sets the stage for Sunday here, where again, cloudy skies, but like you said, not a lot of snowfall. And by the time we get into midweek next week, that's when we start to see single-digit highs.
That's the thing I'm the most concerned about, is on weekends when you want to go out and do something, there's snow everywhere and it really slows you down. We're not going to have that this weekend.
Nope, this weekend will be a-okay, just cold.
Yes. Thank you, Sarah.
Of course.